In the shadowed outskirts of Maine, where the pines stood tall and the nights stretched long, 9-year-old Owen Marsh lived with his aunt, Nora, in a clapboard cottage near Black Hollow Lake. Owen was a pale boy with dark hair and gray eyes that rarely met anyone's, a silent soul who'd stopped speaking much after his mom vanished 3 years ago, gone one night, no note, no trace. Nora, a wiry woman with tired hands from waitressing, took him in, her voice gentle but strained, filling the quiet he left behind. Black Hollow was a quiet town, its streets winding around the lake, its woods thick with secrets and whispers of old tales. Owen loved the night, its stillness, its moonlit calm, wandering the shore with a flashlight, collecting stones, or listening to the water lap. Nora led him, saying, "He's a moon boy, needs it," though she'd warn, "Stay near, Owen, don't chase shadows." It was late September now, the air crisp, the lake glinting under a waxing moon. Owen stood by the cottage that evening, his hoodie loose, flashlight dangling from his wrist. He'd planned to hunt for smooth pebbles by the water, his pockets heavy with a candy wrapper and a bent nail he'd found. The sky was clear, stars sharp, the moon a silver curve above the pines. As he slipped toward the shore, a sound pierced the quiet, a soft, keening whimper, low and mournful, drifting from the woods beyond the lake. Owen's head tilted, his breath fogging. Dogs barked here, strays mostly, but this was different, deeper, sadder. He clicked his flashlight, its beam cutting the dark, and followed the whimper, sneakers crunching over pine needles. Something was out there, calling him under the moon, and Owen couldn't turn back, not when the silence begged to be broken. The woods were a maze of shadow, the moon's light filtering through pines, casting jagged patches on the ground. Owen moved quietly, his flashlight sweeping, the whimper guiding him deeper. The air chilled his cheeks, heavy with the scent of sap and damp earth, his sneakers sinking into soft moss. The sound grew clearer, a thread of pain he followed, his breath shallow, Nora's warnings, "Don't go far, Owen," fading under the moon's pull. Past a clearing where the trees thinned, he found it, a dog, lean and white, sprawled in a hollow beside a boulder. Its fur was streaked with dirt, its body trembling, one leg tangled in a snarl of roots and wire, a hunter's trap long forgotten. Owen's chest tightened. Its eyes, a pale blue, met his, wide with fear but calm, not feral. A soft whine escaped, and he knelt, mud soaking his knees. "Hey," he whispered, voice rusty from disuse. Up close, he saw its belly, swollen, heavy with pups, a mother in distress. He didn't pause. Dropping his flashlight, he tugged at the wire, his small hands slipping, the metal cold and twisted. The dog whimpered, head drooping, too weak to pull. "I'll fix it," Owen said, words creaking out. The roots were tight, the wire tighter, cutting into its leg, blood matting its fur. His fingers stung, but it wouldn't give. He wasn't enough alone. Owen scrambled up, beam catching a sharp stone by the boulder. He grabbed it, hands shaking, and knelt again, hacking at the wire where it met the roots. The dog flinched, a faint yelp breaking free, but Owen kept going, arms aching, breath hitching. "Hold on," he muttered, tears blurring the dark. The stone chipped the wire, roots loosening, and with a final snap, it broke, the leg falling free. He slid his hands under the dog, careful of its belly, and lifted, its weight light but limp. He staggered to a dry patch under a pine, laying it gently, pulling off his hoodie to drape over its shivering form. Its blue eyes met his, deep and still, and it let out a soft huff, almost a sigh. Owen sank beside it, panting, hands scraped. "You're okay," he whispered, voice raw. The woods were silent under the moon, but he couldn't linger. Nora would fret, and the dog needed warmth. He'd carry it somehow, his silent strength set, because this moonlit soul was his now. The pine shelter was a dim nook, the moon's glow seeping through needles, lighting the white dog's fur. Owen sat close, his knees up, hands raw but steady, watching its chest rise, fragile but alive. He'd named it Ghost in his head, after its pale coat and silent grace, a name that fit under the moon. His flashlight flickered beside him, beam weak, but it held, just enough to catch Ghost's swollen belly, taut with life. Ghost shuddered, a soft whine breaking the stillness, and Owen's eyes widened. Her belly tightened, her breathing quickened. "Oh," he breathed, inching closer. Pups were coming. Here, in the dark woods. He'd seen cats birth under Nora's porch, but this was new. Alone, under the moon, with no one to show him. He brushed Ghost's head, voice low. "You're strong. I'm here." Her blue eyes flickered, trusting, and Owen felt it. A silent bond, pulling him in. The first pup came swift, a small, wet thing, white like Ghost, squeaking as it hit the hoodie. Owen's jaw dropped as Ghost licked it clean, nudging it to her side, its cry sharp in the night. "One," he whispered, a smile tugging his lips. A second followed, tinier, its fur slick, and Ghost worked slower, strength fading but sure, guiding it to nurse. Owen's heart lifted. They were alive. She was managing. Then the third. It was small, too still, its fur dappled with gray. Ghost nosed it, whining, but it didn't move, a faint shadow in the moonlight. Owen's throat locked. He couldn't let it go, not now. He scooped it up, hands trembling, its cold seeping through. "No," he choked, tears spilling, thinking of his mom's empty chair. "Live, please," he begged, voice cracking, louder than he'd spoken since she left, rubbing its back. Nothing. Then a twitch, a faint squeak. The pup's eyes opened, and Owen froze. They glowed, a soft green, unnatural and bright, lighting the nook like a lantern. It stirred, weak but alive, and he laughed, shaky, setting it with its siblings. "You're okay," he whispered, wiping his eyes. Ghost licked it, calm as if this was meant, but Owen's pulse raced. Those eyes broke the silence in ways he couldn't grasp. A rustle broke the moment. Footsteps, heavy and close. "Owen, where you at?" Nora's voice cut through, sharp with worry. Owen peeked past the pine, his aunt, flashlight swinging, boots crunching. "Here," he called, voice raw. Nora pushed through, her face pale under her scarf, and stopped, staring at Ghost and the pups, the green glow catching her breath. "Good Lord, what's this?" Before he could answer, a crack split the night, branches snapping, a low rumble from the lake. Winds shifting, storms coming. Nora barked. "Move." She scooped Ghost and the pups in her arms, Owen grabbing his flashlight and hoodie. They ran, pines swaying. As a roar grew, a gust tearing through. They burst onto the shore as dust swirled, the woods shaking. Owen panted, the green glow searing his mind. Ghost's silence held power under the moon. The cottage's warmth wrapped Owen as Nora kicked the door open, the stove's heat chasing the night's chill. She set Ghost and the pups on a rug by the fire, the white dog settling with a soft huff, green-eyed pup close. Owen sank beside them, his hoodie torn, hands scraped but steady. Nora rubbed her hands, breathing hard, her eyes on the pups. "You scared me half to death, Owen, running off like that," she said, voice sharp, but soft at the glow, a marvel she couldn't deny. Ghost lapped milk from a saucer Nora fetched, strength creeping back, and Owen brushed her fur, whispering, "You're home, Ghost." Nora grabbed a towel, muttering, "What's with that glow?" Owen shrugged, hair in his eyes. When it was born, its eyes lit up, green like the moon. Nora paused, peering at Ghost, then frowned, tracing a scar behind her ear, a faint mark, odd for a stray. A firm knock rattled the door, 3 quick raps, breaking the quiet. Ghost growled, ears back, the green-eyed pup's glow flaring. Nora gripped a frying pan from the stove, swapping it for calm. "Stay there," she said, cracking the door. A woman stood outside, short and stern, a badge on her coat, some official patch. "Nora Marsh," she asked, voice clipped. "Agent Claire Dunn, Wildlife Survey. That dog's ours. Designation S-22. Lost from a study. Need it back, pups too." She flashed a phone, Ghost photo tagged with codes. Nora didn't budge, pan low. "Yours? Tangled in wire, near starved in the woods? Ain't no study I'd call that." Dunn's jaw tightened, tone cool. "An escape, storm breach. She's trained for tracking, valuable asset. Hand her over, or it's legal." Ghost's growl deepened, the green glow pulsing, and Owen felt a chill. Those eyes locked on Dunn, fierce. "She's mine," Owen said, standing, voice low but sure, words rare and strong. "I saved her. She stays." Dunn's gaze flicked to him, cold then soft. "Kid, you don't know what's at stake, government property. You've got till morning, or I bring a team." She turned, boots crunching, pausing by her SUV to radio, words lost to the wind. Nora slammed the door, locking it, hands shaking. "That ain't wildlife. Too slick, too pushy." She had Ghost, then Owen. "What's with them eyes?" Owen knelt by the pups, the green glow steady. "They're special. Ghost showed me something, I think." Nora muttered. "Trouble's comin'. We're in deep." Ghost's eyes met Owen's, blue and silent, a bond unspoken. Her silence spoke volumes. Night cloaked the cottage, the lake beyond a mirror of dark under a storm's breath. Owen sat by Ghost, tracing stones with his finger, watching the green-eyed pup. Lune, he'd named it, nurse with its siblings. Nora paced, frying pan swapped for a shotgun, peering through the curtains, her muttering lost to the wind's moan. "That Dunn woman's trouble," she growled. "Ain't giving her up easy." Ghost's ears twitched, head lifting, eyes wide. Owen's stomach knotted. Engines hummed outside, creeping closer. Lune's green glow flared, and a vision hit. Dunn's SUV leading two more men in. Dark gear stepping out, beams cutting toward the cottage. It was real, now, Ghost beaming it through her silence. "Aunt Nora," Owen whispered, jumping up, voice breaking the quiet. "They're here now." Nora spun, shotgun ready, face set. "Back door go." Owen scooped Ghost and the pups into the rug, Lune's glow lighting his hands, their warmth steadying his shake. Ghost didn't resist, her trust a rock. A fist pounded the front. "Open up, Marsh. Time's done." Dunn's voice sliced through, edged with steel. Nora flung open the back door, wind rushing in, and pushed Owen out. "Woods, run." He stumbled onto the shore, Ghost heavy in his arms, Nora behind with the shotgun. The front door crashed, boots stomped inside, voices barking. "They're out back, move." Dunn shouted. Beams swept the dark, grazing the pines as Owen's sneakers sank into sand, breath ragged. The woods loomed, thick and wild, their only chance. They ducked through trees, branches snagging Owen's hair, but the lights closed in, too fast. "Keep going," Nora hissed, turning to aim high. She fired, a blast that split the night, scattering beams as men ducked. "Back off," she roared. Owen didn't stop. He ran, Ghost's warmth against him, Lune's glow pulsing. A vision flashed, a ravine veering east, hidden by brush, leading to an old boathouse by the lake. There. Owen swerved right, trusting it, legs burning. Nora caught up, twigs snapping, as shouts grew. "East side." Cut him off. Dunn's voice was furious, close. The ravine dipped, brush clawing, but the boathouse loomed, a rotting shell by the water. Owen shoved the door, wood creaking, and slipped inside, Nora following. The space was dank, smelling of fish and rot, but it hid them. Outside, Boots stomped past, voices cursing the dark. Lost them, fan out. Dunn snapped. Owen sank against a crate, panting, ghost trembling in his arms. Lune's glow dimmed, but its green eyes met his, steady. Nora lowered the shotgun, wiping sweat. That dog knew the way, she whispered, awed. Owen nodded, tears brimming. She's silent, but she talks to me. Ghost's huff rose, soft and sure, her silence a shield. Under the moon, she spoke. The boathouse was a cold, dim refuge, its walls slick with damp, the air heavy with lake and decay. Owen huddled beside Nora, Ghost and the pups cradled in the rug on his lap, their warmth cutting the chill. Nora leaned against a barrel, shotgun across her knees, breath fogging in the lantern's faint glow, a rusted thing she'd lit from a shelf. The searchers' voices had faded, beams retreating, but the tension held. Dunn was out there, waiting. Lune's green glow pulsed softly, a marvel in the dark, and Owen stroked Ghost's fur, her silence a steady pulse. Nora shifted, wincing as she rubbed her arm. "Ain't no survey team," she said, voice rough. "Military, maybe, too armed, too quick." Owen nodded, replaying the vision. Dunn's men, their gear, the urgency. Lune's eyes, they glow, show me stuff. Ghost too. What? Nora muttered. Something strange, something they don't want out. A rustle sounded outside, soft but sure. Nora tensed, raising the shotgun, but a familiar voice called. "Nora? Owen, it's me." It was Pete, the lake's fisherman, his boat a lifeline here. Nora lowered the gun, relief flashing. "Pete, here." The door creaked, and Pete stepped in, coat wet, a vet's kit in hand. Behind him came Dr. Sam Holt, a wiry vet with a beard, Nora's old co-worker. "Heard the shot," Pete said, kneeling. "Knew you'd need help." Sam's eyes widened at Ghost and the pups, Lune's glow catching his breath. "What, those eyes?" Owen spilled it. "The woods, the rescue, Dunn's men." Voice low but clear, breaking his silence. Sam examined Ghost, pausing at the scar, and scanned it, data flashing. "She's S-22, Project Silent Sentinel. Military, enhanced dogs for stealth, sensory links to handlers." Nora cursed. "Links." Sam nodded. "Visions, senses beam to you, Owen. That pup's born with it, stronger." Pete whistled. "So they lost her?" Sam shook his head. "Where she ran, pups threw it off. Now they want her back, secrets they can't let out." Owen clutched Ghost. "She showed me the way, kept us safe." Sam's face softened. "She's silent, but powerful." Nora stood, firm. "We ain't safe. They'll scour the lake." Sam nodded. "Got a safe house, cabin, 40 miles north. Hide her there, figure it." Pete hefted the kit. "Boat stashed, let's go." They crated Ghost and the pups, Owen whispering, "You're mine." Sam handed Nora a drive, project files. "Expose em with this." They slipped out, Pete leading to his boat by the shore. The ride was tense, motor low, the lake a blur of moonlit water. At the cabin, a sturdy hideout, Sam settled Ghost in a warm corner, pups close. "She'll heal," he said, "but they'll hunt." Owen sat beside her, Lune's glow a vow, they'd fight on. The cabin glowed under a moonlit sky, its walls solid against Maine's wild woods. Owen sat by Ghost's corner, a blanket over his knees, watching the white dog nurse her pups. Nora leaned nearby, shotgun propped, sipping tea from a mug. Sam had checked Ghost, strength returning fast, eyes sharp, and Lune's green glow pulsed, a wonder in the quiet. The other pups squirmed, growing, but Lune was different, its power a thread Owen felt deep. Pete had scouted, no sign of Dunn's team, but the calm felt fragile. "They'll come," Sam warned, sorting the drive's files, notes, codes, names tied to Project Silent Sentinel. Enhanced dogs, sight beyond sight, linked to humans, for stealth, not study. She's proof they broke laws. Nora flipped a page, scowling. Enough to stop him? Sam nodded. If we get it out, press, feds. I've got contacts. Owen traced Ghost's ear, her huff calming him. Why me? He murmured, voice breaking silence. Sam knelt. That link's for soldiers, but you saved her. She chose you. Owen's chest swelled. He wasn't just the quiet boy now. Will they take her? Nora's hand rested on his shoulder. Not while I'm here, Owen. That night, as Nora slept, Owen woke to Lune's squeak. Its green eyes flared, and a vision hit. Dunn in a boat, maps marked, men nodding as she pointed north. They're coming, he whispered, shaking Nora. Sam checked a radio, static, but the threat loomed. We move her, he said, grabbing the files. West, safe house too. Owen crated Ghost, her silence in his hands, Nora hefting the shotgun. No one's talking her, she growled. They piled into Pete's boat, motor low, the lake a blur of dark water. Lune's glow flickered, a guide, and Owen whispered, We'll protect you. Ghost's eyes met his, blue and silent, a bond under the moon, unbroken. Headlights loomed on the shore, closing fast. Dunn wasn't done. What's Ghost's silence saying? Owen asked, voice firm. Can it save us? The dog's huff answered, soft and wild, a promise unfolding. Their fight was just starting, and Owen was ready.